If I could, I would make this the last Toy Story film. Unfortunately, I can't, and it isn't, so let's review Toy Story 3.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Toy Story 3. I almost did do 3. It's the third one. So Toy Story 3 is the third installment into the Toy Story franchise. Or now it's 4 movies. I wish it was 3. But essentially in this movie, I guess Andy's all grown up. He's going to college. And all the toys accidentally end up at Sunnyside. And they hate Sunnyside, so they have to do a Princess. It's about the toys again, okay? Alright, listen. This is one of those Pixar movies I did see in theaters. Because I think I said if it's 2011 and later, I saw it. I forgot what it was. Yeah, whatever. This film I did end up seeing in theaters. Of course I did. I saw Cars in theaters. The original. Years ago. Don't remember seeing it. I just asked and my brother said I saw it. So. But to me, I've always considered Toy Story 3 the best Toy Story, but last time I watched it was my Pixar Marathon, which I know what a horrible, heinous crime. I've watched Toy Story 3 since my Pixar Marathon. I think I have it back here. This is the only one of the Toy Stories I have on disc. And I don't have it right here with me right now, but I do own Toy Story 3. I think I smashed the case. I have the disc. I smashed the case. Because it's really old. We got it back in. We got it almost a decade ago. And I saw this film almost a decade ago. So. But I don't know exactly what people think the best Toy Story film was. Some people say the first. Some people say second. Some people say third. And I always have said third. Because I've just thought it was. Because that's what everybody said. I never actually watched it. And I was like, okay, let's watch the Toy Story trilogy. And which one's the best? And it never. I always thought it's either 1 or 2. Yeah, it's either 1 or 3. Definitely not 2. But, yeah, no, after watching 2, that one, I could say any of them are my favorite. But there is one that is my favorite, which I will announce at the end of this video. First thing I'll say, this movie looks beautiful. It looks amazing. It looks like they improved it. It's some of the best Pixar animation, honestly. The color scheme is great. The toys all look great. It doesn't feel like too much of a drastic change from the last film. I'm excited to see how Toy Story 4 looks. It looks amazing visually. But this film looks phenomenal. It looks amazing. It is very hard to believe that this came out in the same year as How to Train Your Dragon. Because that film kind of looks dated. This film, not at all. Despicable Me also kind of looks dated. Well, that's just a lazy film, so. But I'll say, yes, I love this film. Who doesn't love Toy Story 3? Your movie sucks, and Ralph, and actually, I don't know how high everything feels. I should check that. But I know Your Movie Sucks doesn't like it. Or he does now. I don't know. His review for it's pretty negative, but now on Letterbox, he rates it 6, so I don't know. But I love this film. I always have loved it since I saw it back 9 years ago. I've always really loved this film. It's always had a special place in my heart as what I used to consider my favorite Pixar film. I'm gonna be honest, I'm genuinely not sure. It could be. It's very close. This film is amazing. It should be the final conclusion of Toy Story. I don't think Toy Story 4 ruins this movie or deflates anything from the impact of the ending of this film. Because this is the saddest Toy Story film. This is a messy review. This ending is really sad in this film. It breaks your heart. This movie has everything. It has the Pixar emotion. It has the Pixar fun. Because when I was watching this film, most of it isn't the really heartbreaking ending. Most of it's really fun. This movie is freaking entertaining. I have a great time watching this film every time. And then sometimes I don't want to watch it because I'm like, I don't feel like crying tonight. That's the thing. Sometimes I don't watch certain Pixar films because I want to watch, more fun. I don't want to cry because I just want to sit back and relax. And you can sit back, relax, and watch this film and then prepare for the ending that will inevitably destroy your soul. This movie even has a fun prison escape part, which is amazing. That part of this film is great. It's so much fun. I love how they have to plot out this whole prison escape and they actually have to get through this own exits, and it has this really fun little cool sneaky music. They do the whole classic plot thing. It's actually a prison escape movie at that. And there is some tension. I thought Toy Story 2 had some tension. But wow. I think there's one comparison a lot of people make is between Toy Story 3 and 2, and they say Toy Story 3 is recycling a lot of the themes from Toy Story 2, like, should Woody go back to Andy? Should he just stay where he is? But, yeah, it's kind of recycling those themes, but it's adding more to them and making them a lot more hard and making them a lot bigger, like a lot bigger of a choice. This film is not similar to Toy Story 2, as some people say. It's very different from Toy Story 1. Very different. It's similar, more similar to Toy Story 2 than it is to Toy Story 1. But it's different. It's its own thing. That's how I see it. I think it does have that element of, should he go back to the toys or should he not? But what's the problem with that? That's a great element, and even though, yes, it was used in Toy Story 2, and it was more original in that film, and I kind of liked it, not more than this film, because this film realizes that, it knows that it's already recycled, so it takes it, and it actually refurbishes it, gives it more depth, gives it more meaning, and puts it more in the backdrop of this film. Just saying. But really, there's one reason why I love this film more than most Pixar films, and best Pixar sequel, easily. This film doesn't focus as much on the plot as it does on the characters, which I really like. Because if you analyze Toy Story 2, it does focus on characters. But it's really only focusing on Woody. It's really only pushing Woody forward in development. Sure, it is pushing all the other Buzz, all those guys forward, but it's introducing us to new characters, and it's pushing Woody forward. That's the character that's being developed in that film. This film, that's just a great sequel on its own. This film is taking each character and developing them. It develops Jessie, it develops Buzz, it develops Woody, it develops all of them. It gives them all an arc to go through, and I love that. I love how this film realizes that what makes Toy Story so good is not necessarily the plot of Toy Story, it's the characters. And I love how this does that. I love how it focuses on these characters. It really tests how much you do care about them with the whole furnace scene, which is really, really heartbreaking, but it doesn't end sad. It's really hard to watch, and it's intense, and it's kind of terrifying. This is what a good conclusion... I'm going to ignore Toy Story 4 as I say this. This is what a good conclusion should do. Every conclusion should do something along the lines of this. Be able to test, to be able to bring out these characters, to be able to expose what makes them, them. It does this to basically every character. Pretty much all of them are developed and likable. Some of them are very underdeveloped in Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 1. But each character, like Mr. Potato Head, is not developed in any of the Toy Story films until now. They are all put through arcs, put through challenges. It tests your love for these characters, and that is exactly what a third installment should do. And I will review it. This is my favorite Toy Story film. This is my favorite Pixar sequel. And this is my second favorite Pixar film. I know I said Inside Out, but no, I don't think so. I think I like this one more than Inside Out, because I'm going to watch this film more, and it has more connection to me. It connects to me more than Inside Out does. They both do. But really, I just like Toy Story 3 more. Just saying. I'm going to give Toy Story 3 a 10 out of 10. I've given out 4 10 out of 10s in the last week. That's kind of funny, because we're talking about Pixar, and all 3 this is the first trilogy ever, or the second trilogy ever, for every installment to be a 10 out of 10. There's Lord of the Rings and Toy Story. So this I will consider to be one of the best trilogies until Toy Story 4. So as long as Toy Story 4, which I don't expect it to be a 10, I am very interested to see what we'll get here. I'm hoping they do good. I'm excited to see what they do. And I'll review it tonight. Toy Story 4 reviews tonight. I'm interested, honestly. I don't want them to screw up this film. I really don't want that. But what do you guys think of Toy Story 3? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. And this is my longest Pixar review, deservedly. Bye.